Good evening. Hi Jill. Welcome Linda. Welcome to Monday night. Hatha yoga. Hope you're well. Hope you had a lovely weekend. Good evening Nick. Welcome. Monday night comes round fast. Good evening Susie. Nice to see you. Oh, nice to have you here. I can't actually see you, but yeah, it's lovely to have you all here on a Monday. We're halfway through. We've had a little bit of lockdown news, so we may be able to move back to the village hall if anybody here is willing to go back to the village hall, but I might leave it till next year and we'll see what happens. But this will continue because you guys still turn up and you still seem to be enjoying it, so that's great. Oh, I'm glad you've got some nice yoga music, Jill. I use spa music. Yoga music's a bit pling-plongy, plinky-plonky, so I can't really cope with it. So I use like a spa music, whales and things like that. So we're going to get started. So we've got Hatha yoga, we've got a couple of standing poses, a balance, quite a few back bends this evening. So really try and stretch out and lengthen the spine, and we'll get moving. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's get started then. So we're going to start on the mat. Lay on your back in corpse pose. So feet out hip distance apart. Let your feet flop out to the sides. We're going to let the spine sit in its natural curve. So the back is lifted, the lower back is lifted above the mat. We're going to roll the shoulders and turn the palms upwards so the shoulders come nice and flat on the mat. Turn the palms upwards, give your fingers a little wiggle and then relax the hands. Lengthen through the back of the neck, tucking the chin under slightly. We're going to inhale, and as you exhale you're going to close your eyes or soften your gaze and just let the muscles relax, let the muscles sink to the mat. And we're just going to focus on nice long inhales and nice long exhales. As you breathe in, you're really trying to expand the lungs, really fill in the belly and the lungs and the chest. And as you exhale, just really fully exhale. Let all of that air out. Let those ribs fall. Just focusing on that breath. So with yoga we breathe out through the nose and breathe in through the nose. On your next exhale, as you breathe out, I want you to really pull the belly button in. So breathe out and then pull that belly button in so the core is tight. And then inhale, expand the belly. Okay. Bring yourself back to neutral, so just bring that breathing back to normal. Just take a few breaths and then you're going to inhale, take your arms up overhead. And stretch, so from fingertips to toes, really lengthen through the body. Pulling the belly button in like you did when you were breathing out, and just breathe. Really holding all those muscles, really stretching through. You're going to wiggle fingers and toes, lengthening that spine, pulling the belly button in. And then on your next exhale, you're going to bring the arms around to the sides and come back to your start position. Just take a couple of breaths in that position, and then we're going to go again with your inhale. So inhale, reaching up, lengthening from fingertips to toes. Hold for a couple of breaths and then exhale. Breathing out as you bring the arms round, and then just keep that going at your pace. So the breath should be warming you up, sending the energy around the body. You're going to do one more, and then you're going to bring the knees up and bring the knees into the chest, either holding the shins or the backs of the knees. And just breathe deeply here, just letting those knees come in. And then you're going to rock gently from side to side. Take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, stretch one leg down, pointing the toe, and then flexing the foot of your bent leg, pulling that knee into your chest. So just breathing deeply here, letting the weight of that leg, of the straight leg, open out the hip flexors. Nice deep breaths. I'm going to circle the ankle on that bent leg, flexing and pointing the toe, so flex the foot, point the toe. And then inhale, bring both knees in. And then as you exhale, release the other leg down, pointing the toe of that straight leg, flexing the foot of your bent leg, breathing deeply, allowing the knee to come closer on each breath. And then you're going to circle the ankle, flex the foot and point the toe. And then inhale, bring both knees in. And then exhale, we're going to switch. So just do it at your pace on each breath. Or in every other breath. We're just getting some movement through the legs. Stretching out each hip if you've been sat for long periods. And then we're going to bring the hands to the kneecaps, and we're going to circle the knees up and out. So we're opening out those knees, trying to keep the toes together if you can. And then we're going to rotate and circle the other direction. We can hear everything you're doing, Matthew, thank you.
Sorry.
And then we're going to roll up and come up onto all fours. Bringing the hands under shoulders, knees under hips. So we're going to cat-cow and get some flexion through the spine. So inhale, drop the belly, roll the shoulders back, look forward. And as you exhale, dropping the nose under, rounding the spine and pressing the hands away so that those shoulder blades round out. Inhale, drop the belly. And exhale, arching up. And just keep that going at your pace. And
And then we're going to come to neutral. We're going to take the left knee and we're going to circle the knee up and out and stretching the leg back. So try and keep your body nice and neutral, so we're not leaning too far over to the right. We're having to use the core to keep that balance. And then we're going to step the foot all the way out, plant the sole of the foot down, and we're going to sit back and rock forwards. So you'll feel your inner thigh stretching. Sitting back onto the right knee. You can come as far back as is comfortable for you. If you get to here and you just squeeze the bum and stick the bum back, you'll feel that stretch anyway. Hi Pippi. Matt was doing yoga earlier and he was trying to do downward dog in the living room, and Pippin just came in, just sat in downward facing dog and just looked at him. And I was too slow to get a picture. It was as if she was saying, that's not how you do it. And then we're going to bring that foot back in. Coming back to all fours, we're going to take the right leg out and circle like you're swimming. Trying to keep the body level so we're not leaning on the left too much. Getting some movement through that complicated hip joint, and then take the right foot out to the side and we sit back and forward. Just getting that stretch through the inner thigh. I'm going to bring the knee back in. I'm going to tuck the toes under. Press the hands away, inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to lift up into puppy dog. So knees are bent, pressing the chest through. Let the head hang. Rolling the shoulders together. Imagining you're trying to turn the elbows in to point each other. We're going to come through a little flow into your plank and upward dog. So inhale, come forward, onto your hands into a plank. Exhale, drop the knees and roll the shoulders back, looking up into a modified upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes and back into puppy dog. We're going to pedal the heels this time. So we're dropping one heel at a time, keeping that upper body nice and flat. And then we're going to inhale, come onto your toes, come all the way through into high plank. Inhale, as you exhale, drop your knees, roll your shoulders back, look up. Inhale, tuck the toes. Exhale, back into downward facing dog this time. So working the heels to the floor. Pressing the palms flat. Really pressing the fingers in. Letting the head hang, back nice and flat. Inhale, come onto your toes, bend your knees, look forwards, and then we're going to walk the feet to the hands. Plant the feet down, take hold of the elbows and release. Just softly swinging forwards and backwards and side to side. Really pressing the toes into the floor, the knees stay bent, and then release the hands down. We're slowly going to roll up. Roll the shoulders back and come up to standing. Okay, so we're coming into our mountain pose now. So we're going to do a little flow. So starting from the mountain, ground through the feet, big toe, little toe, heel pressed flat into the floor. We're squeezing the thighs and bum. Roll the shoulders back, pull your belly button in. Lengthen through the back of your neck. Tucking your chin under. We're going to inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold forwards. We're going to inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, hands down, step your feet back into high plank. Inhale, squeeze everything, press the mat away. As you exhale, knees, chest and chin comes down. We're going to come up into upward facing dog. So rolling the shoulders back. Keeping the knees on the floor if you want to, or for a deep stretch, lifting onto the tops of the feet. Tuck the toes under, inhale, and as you exhale, coming back into downward facing dog. Pressing the chest through, flattening out that spine, letting the head hang. Breathe deeply, lowering the heels towards the mat. I'm going to inhale, come onto your toes, bend your knees, look forwards, walk the feet to the hands. Plant the feet down, soften the knees and fold. Inhale, slowly rolling up. Take the arms up overhead, coming into a back bend. And exhale down. We're going to reset. Squeeze everything nice and tight, coming into that strong mountain pose. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, step your feet back into high plank. Squeeze everything. Inhale, press the mat away. As you exhale, knees, chest and chin comes down, coming up into upward facing dog. Roll the shoulders. Let the hips sink towards the floor. Keep the knees on the floor if it's too much on the lower back. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, back into downward facing dog. Nice deep breaths. We're going to hold it here for 5 breaths. Working on dropping those heels, keeping the thighs squeezed and the knees lifted. Flattening out the spine, rolling the shoulders together, trying to twist the elbows so that the bones point in towards each other. Press the fingertips into the floor. Nice deep breaths on each exhale. You're trying to press the chest through towards the thighs. Let the head hang, relaxing the facial muscles. We're going to inhale, come onto your toes, bend your knees and step your feet to your hands. Soften the knees, exhale, fold. And then inhale, slowly rolling up, taking the arms up overhead into a back bend and exhale down. Okay, so we're going to start with an extended Tadasana and then into a standing side bend. So your extended Tadasana is mountain pose into a back bend. So we're starting with the floor. So start at the floor, feet planted, hip distance apart. So as we're standing, we need to be grounded. Squeeze your thighs and bum. Pull your belly button in. Roll your shoulders back, activate the hands. So we're trying to really squeeze the shoulder blades together, really working on that posture. Opening out the chest, pulling the shoulders down behind you. From here we're going to inhale, reach up. And then as we exhale, we're going to open that chest, looking up to the ceiling if that's comfortable on your neck. If it's not, you're going to look at the crease where the ceiling meets the wall. Keeping that bum nice and tight as we hold in that back bend. Belly button pulled in. I'm going to inhale, reach up. Interlace the fingers, press the palms away. And then we're going to lengthen. As we exhale, we're going to lower the elbows. We're going to inhale, pull the belly button in. And as we exhale, we're coming over to the left side, looking down to the left foot, trying to keep the hips nice and even. So we're not moving the weight distribution on the lower body. We're keeping the lower body level and just stretching down the side. Keep space around your ears. Keep the belly button pulled in. We're going to inhale, reach up. And then exhale, we're going to come over to the right. Again, keeping the hips level, the weight evenly distributed between left and right. Looking down to the right foot. Breathe deeply. We're going to inhale, reach up. Exhale, release the arms, soften the knees and fold forward. Coming into a forward fold. So nice and slowly as you come down, don't force it, just let the weight of your body allow yourself to come a little bit closer down on each outward breath. So from a back bend, we're trying to come forward into a forward bend. So make sure you allow the body to do that nice and steadily. Nice deep breaths here. Soft knees, press the toes into the floor. We're going to slowly roll up. And no trouble. Hi. We're going to slowly roll up. We're going to do that again. And this time when we come into the side bends, we're going to push the hips over to the opposite side. So we'll start with the extended Tadasana. Roll the shoulders, activate the hands, press the toes into the floor. Nice deep breaths here, really get that energy around the body. All the muscles should be working, everything should be switched on. And then from there we're going to inhale, reach high. Sending the fingertips all the way up. And as you exhale, we're opening the arms, looking up to the ceiling or to the crease where the ceiling meets the wall. Breathe deeply, keep your bum squeezed, your thighs squeezed. Nice strong back bend. Inhale, reach up. Interlace the fingers. Exhale, lower the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale. And then as we exhale, we're going to push the hips over to the right and come into a side bend as we reach to the left. So as you do this, you'll feel that you're getting a crunch down the left side as well now. Pushing the hips all the way over. So we're trying to bend in the middle. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, push the hips over to the left. And look down to the right side. I'm really trying to bend, a side bend at that hip. Inhale, reach up. Then exhale, release the hands, slowly folding forward. Again, just letting that body ever so slowly come forward into that forward fold. Letting the head hang. Letting the body come closer and closer to the knees. So try and keep your weight evenly distributed between your big toe and your little toe. And we're just going to rock. You can bring your fingertips to the floor. We're just going to rock forwards and backwards onto the heels and toes. So you lean, as you lean back, you can lift up the toes. You'll feel your hamstrings stretch, even with those knees bent. And then come forward, just playing around with that weight, just working those muscles. Please don't fall on your head. That is not the intention here. And then we're going to plant the feet down. And then we're going to press the toes into the floor. Bring the fingertips down. From here we're going to inhale and halfway lift. So we're flattening out the spine, straightening the legs so your legs are vertical. Press the toes into the floor so you feel that stretch down the back of the legs. Inhale. And as you exhale, keeping the legs as straight as is comfortable, we are lengthening the spine, letting the head come down, taking hold of the backs of the ankles or the calves, and we're just trying to fold forward, working on stretching out those hamstrings. On each exhale, try and soften the muscles. Try and relaxing into it, releasing that torso nice and long, pulling the belly button in so you're making space. If you need to, you can soften those knees. We're going to take the hands around the back of the calves or the ankles and then just lengthening the torso and pulling the head towards the knees. So we're coming into a nice active forward fold. You'll feel those legs working. I've got a little bit of a judder going on. Relaxing the head and neck, but keeping that body nice and strong. We're going to inhale, release, and then exhale, folding the knees, bending the knees. Let the torso drape over. We're going to bring the hands down and step the left foot back. So we're going to do a warrior one, but we're going to do a modified version. So we plant the right foot down and come into that lunge. So we already will start with a nice 90-degree bend through the knee. We can push the left knee further back so you get more of a stretch. And if you want to, you can come up onto your toe so you're getting that full warrior. We're going to lengthen through the torso, pull the belly button in, the hips are facing forward. We're going to inhale, reach high, arms up overhead, lengthen the spine, so walk each hand up to the ceiling. So lengthen, reach nice and high, and then as you exhale, you're sinking forward onto that right knee. Inhale, reaching up, looking up, and exhale, pushing those hips forward. So the left hip at the back, you want to push forward towards the right leg. The hips stay parallel, the arms stay up, you're looking up to the ceiling. If you want to go deeper, you can look behind you, bringing yourself into that back bend. If you need to, bring your hands to your hips and just look to the ceiling. Breathing nice and deeply. You can take the hands behind and take hold of the elbows and just look up to the crease where the wall meets the ceiling. We're going to inhale, release, bring the hands down, and we're going to take the right foot back and exhale, sit back into child's pose. And again, because we've just done a back bend, allow your forward bend to come easily and gently. Don't force it. Just let your spine work its own way into a more comfortable position. Just resting in child's pose, forehead down. We're going to plant the hands and we're going to roll up like a cat, arching out the spine, dropping the nose under, tucking that belly button in and tucking the hip bones under, and then exhale, just sit back again into child's pose. So you're just stretching out. It's important that we counterpose all of these back bends. So we're going to step forward with the left foot this time. The knees at 90 degrees. If you want to, you can push the right knee back a little bit. Coming up. We're going to inhale, reach up nice and high, lengthen as high as you can. Lengthening the spine, pulling the belly button in. And then exhale, sinking forward, looking up to that ceiling. Really pushing the right hip forward, keeping the hips level. Again, you can bring your hands to your hips, or you can take your hands behind you. Really planting the left foot on the floor, sinking those hips forward.
We're really working on that stability, strengthening the spine. The back bends are energizing. And then inhale, bring the hands down. Again, we're going to just fold forward into child's pose, but let that happen gently. On each exhale, just trying to curve that spine a little bit more. We're going to slowly come up to all fours. We're going to arch up that spine, tuck the bum under, pull the belly button in, round out those shoulder blades, and then sit back into child's pose. You might want to walk the hands out just to lengthen the spine now. From here, we're going to look forward. We're going to walk the fingertips out and then take them over to the left side and exhale, stretching out there. So you're going to stretch down the right side. Sorry, Pippin, hate to disturb you. So that torso can come onto the left leg. Or if you find it more comfortable, open the knees nice and wide. Gives you a little bit more space to let the torso come down. Inhale, walk to center. Lengthen, walk the fingertips out. Exhale, folding. And then inhale, walk out to the right. And exhale, folding over to the right. Stretching down that left side. And then inhale, come into center, releasing the hands, lowering the forehead down, just resting there, relaxing there. And then slowly sit yourself up. So staying on your knees, you might want a block. A block might help you, a couple of blocks might help you, the edge of a chair, anything like that. We're going to do camel pose, but we're going to start with one each side. So normally camel pose, we come down both sides, opening out the chest, really deep back bend, but we're going to do it one side at a time. So tuck the toes under if that's comfortable for you. And then if you pop the block next to the heel, that might help you. And what we're going to do is we're going to squeeze the bum and pull the belly button in. We're going to lift the chest up and we're going to take the left hand round and either holding on to your block or holding on to your ankle, we're twisting the torso through, and then we're going to push the bum out and reach up. Inhale, reach up with the right hand, and exhale, leaning over. So we're coming over to this side, holding onto that heel, but keeping the bum pushed forward. So we're really working on this area here, squeezing the bum, coming into a back bend. You can look behind you if that's comfortable. You can have your block here and reach up. You can put your hand on a chair, reach up. What we're trying to do is just get a nice back bend. You're getting a stretch down the right side and a back bend into that half camel. So if looking up hurts your neck or puts tension on it in any way, you look down to the hand on your foot and push the bum out. So we push the hips out. Inhale, come up.
And then slowly just sit back on the heels again. We've gone from a back bend, so we're going to a forward fold. Just letting that spine naturally fold back over. Breathing deeply. Just resting there for a few breaths. You can shake your hips from side to side. And then when you're ready, just slowly sit yourself up. Take the block over to the other side if you're using one. So this is really spine lengthening practice today, is really opening out that spine, really energizing it. So again, you can pop the block next to your foot. We're going to take the right hand around and pop it on the right heel or on the right block. We're going to inhale, lift the left arm up, and then exhale, coming into a back bend. So we're squeezing the bum, the glutes squeezed and pushed forward, coming into a back bend, looking over to the wall behind you, or look down to that heel, keeping the bum squeezed, really pushing through, getting into that nice back bend. Inhale, come up, bring the hands down again, just slowly folding forwards. You don't need to rush it, just work with your body. And then slowly sit yourself up. We're going to come into full camel if you want to. So tuck the toes under, makes it a little bit easier so you can reach the heels. We're taking, so you can come, bring your hands to your hips, roll the shoulders in together and come into a freestanding back bend there. What we're trying not to do is lean back too much. So you're trying to really push those hips forward. If you want to, bring the fingertips down to the heels, coming into your camel pose, or if you need them a little bit higher, your blocks on either side, pushing the hips forward, opening out the chest and looking behind you for your full camel pose. Keep that bum nice and squeezed, roll the shoulders together. And then inhale, release, slowly fold yourself forward into your child's pose. Just resting there, shaking out the hips. Slowly sit yourself up, come round and sit onto your bum, bring your knees into your chest and just let your head fold forwards, curling up into a ball. Just letting that spine curve. We've really worked on those back bends tonight. We're going to do a little bit of a roll just to massage out the spine if you want to. If you don't want to, you can just roll back and rock gently from side to side, bringing your knees into your chest. So all we're going to do here is we're going to roll back and then kick up. So you're rolling and lifting those hips up so we're getting a full stretch and a full massage from the shoulders all the way down as you roll back up trying to keep those knees nice and close into your body. And then slowly bringing the knees in, coming to the floor, hug those knees and rock gently from side to side. The higher up the knees, the more massage, or the higher up you get a massage, and the lower down the back, the further your knees are away. We're going to bring the knees wide, we're going to flex the feet up, taking hold of the backs of the knees or the outside of your feet. And we're just going to do a little happy baby, just rolling from side to side. Knees as wide as your armpits. Just really helps out that lower back. Bring the feet together. Breathe deeply. And then we're going to release the legs down. You can come into butterfly pose if you want to, opening out the hips, or come straight back to corpse pose. Feet out at hip distance apart. Palms facing upwards. Lengthen through the spine. Roll the shoulders together. Lengthen the back of your neck. Tuck in your chin under. We're just going to have a little scan up and down the body to see how you feel. Nice deep breaths. Try and focus on your breath. Focus on long inhales and long exhales. And feel free to stay in corpse pose for as long as you want. If you want to come round, you're going to wiggle your fingers and toes. And then turn yourself over onto your right side, come into the fetal position. Just resting there for a few moments. Breathing deeply. And then slowly sit yourself up. When you're ready, come round. Bring your hands to prayer, folding forwards. Namaste, which means I bow to you. Thank you so much for joining me for Monday evening Hatha Yoga. Pippin stayed with us for the whole session, didn't you, darling? You going to show us, or no, you're going to have a tummy tickle? Good girl. Thank you so much everyone for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know if you did or if you didn't. If you want me to focus on any particular areas, any stretches that you'd like me to do that would help you, then just drop me a message. I'm happy to help you where I can. If there's anything you want me to focus on, anything that you want to have a little practice, then do let me know. Because after all these months, I can run out of ideas, although I haven't done as yet. The yoga just keeps coming. So thank you ever so much for your support. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you on Wednesday at 12 noon for energising yoga. Hopefully we can energise ourselves for the peak of the week, ready for the weekend. So have a wonderful evening. Enjoy your Monday. Namaste. Thank you so much. Take care. Speak soon.